Hello there guys, welcome back into another one with us, the Review Bros. You're joined by just myself today. It's Aaron here, and I hope that's good enough to get you through this review on this not so sunny Sunday here in the UK. And that is joined with us on the third instalment from a product from the guys at Raw Ambition, and that is their other test booster, Testofuel. Now, we promised the guys there when they sent us out the bits we would do them all together, so that's why you've seen three now, this being the third. You saw Instant Knockout, that fat burner, joined by myself and Craig. You saw Alpha Prime, just reviewed by Craig, and today Testofuel by myself. So I've been using this for literally over 3.5 weeks now. They only gave us one bottle of each, which might make it a bit more of a challenge to give you any results from this product. That being said, I'm going to go through the usuals, the taste, price, label and effects, break it down as fair as I can for you guys watching at home to let you know if this product might be something you decide to use on your natural muscle building goals. So yeah, let's not keep you waiting, let's get you into it. But that being said, if you are new to this channel, then please do us a big favour. Do subscribe, do hit the bell icon on doing so it gives you notifications of our free honest reviews per the week. Do like this video for the free information we give, and do drop your thoughts below on test boosters in general, this one, all of the goodies. Let's go. Ultimately, who are test boosters for? Because we've been getting a little bit of hate on test boosters and muscle builders in general in the past, and I'm not here to sugarcoat it. They're not steroids. They're not injectable testosterone. They're not exogenous forms of, muscle building hormones. They're not going to shut you down. They're not going to switch things off. They're not going to put you in a state of decline after use. The point I'm trying to get at is, for the right kind of person that doesn't want to get into that grey area of unnatural substances, this is something that they can reach out to, grab, and maybe get some benefits from. And you know what? That is the truth. They're not tren. They're not, all of these type of steroids. They're not even SARMs, guys. They're just not going to deliver potent effects like that. And in fact, like 100%, 99% of test boosters out there are going to have such minimal results, and even some of that 1% remaining, that'll be placebo based effects. That's the truth, and that's not in relation to this product on its own. That's in muscle builders in general, and especially test boosters. So a lot of people on there, and I get it, I do get it, a lot of guys have just typed on the keyboard to these videos, just get test. That's so easy to say. Now, for so many reasons, that might not be what everyone wants to do. Obviously, that's an expensive thing. It can be addicting. You can be pulled up on drug tests for it. It can come with nasty side effects. It means you have to inject yourself. Can you trust the test source that you're getting it from? That's just some of the questions, guys. That is some of the questions that relate to getting actual tests into your body. So it must be said, from our honest point of view, yes, of course, they're not going to have anywhere near as effective results as actually putting pure testosterone into your body, but they also come with a ridiculous amount of less risk. And I think that's important. So before you guys, some of you, jump on and say, just get your tren in, fine. But not everyone can do that, wants to do that, wants to take the risk, wants to even pay all that money for it. So, yeah. In terms of price per result, of course, the test, the trend, all of that type is going to do better results for your money. But it's also a long-term thing. When you come off it, you're going to lose some of those gains. There's, like I said, there's just so much more behind it than just get test. So that's my honest opinion here. Let's crack into this review. First segment is that taste element, and you know the drill, guys. This one's a pill, nice and easy done. Again, same size as the Alpha Prime, easy for reference, little, small, nice, easy. Yeah, suitable for vegans in this one as well, which is a thumbs up if you're a vegan. That's a nice short segment for you guys. There's no point concerning yourself about this. Let's get into the price. It be that price time of Testofuel. So expensive stuff. No denying it. No denying it whatsoever. I'm not here to sugarcoat things today. I'm here to give them to you as they are. But some people out there, this is where things are so discretional to each user watching. If you're on a blimmin' 6-figure salary per year, is this going to even make a dent in that? No. If you're struggling, scraping by the pennies, want to spend it on more productive things such as pre-workouts, protein powders, and quite obviously before even that, your food sources, then this would not probably be one of those options for you. So it is very dependent on you know, your circumstances at home. That is the truth behind this. And ultimately the same behind any supplement we do, whereas diet comes first. So this would cost you, if you go directly to the Raw Ambition website, $65 US. Now it does come in 30 servings, it's 4 capsules per day, 120 capsules per container, so it's going to last you 1 month. So 65 divided by that 30 servings is $2.16 per the day. Now, when you think about it logically to some degree, if you go out there and you buy an energy drink, that's probably going to come in at like $2-3, isn't it? And some of them even more than that. So in a very roundabout way, it's not that expensive, but it's just that initial startup price. Some people would prefer to pay $2.16 per day and get their pills like that. But of course, that's not an option with test boosters. You can't just buy them like you can energy drinks on a shelf at a supermarket. So it's very, very discretional. It's quite a tricky one to cover. Is it the cheapest test booster around? No. Is it one of the more expensive ones? Yes, that's the truth as well. So yeah, that is the price today, $2.16 per day on this stuff. Expensive. Is it worth it? Up to you guys at home. Let's get into the label. It is label time. What are these pills packing per the day? So we are looking at it like this. So I'm going to chuck it on the screen for you guys to see it right now. It's not the most exciting, nor the most stacked test booster on the market that money can buy. That is me not sugarcoating it at all. But it's also not the worst. We have seen worse. So we start off with a host of vitamins and minerals that just help with general bodily function. They're ultimately in this test booster to get your body in an environment of health and general function that can put you in an optimal state for the potential of test boosting. I'm not saying they'll do it directly. They may do it in non-directional routes. So there we go. The zinc also helps obviously with test boosting more directly than the other vitamins there. So we start off the main meat of this label with D-aspartic acid at 2,300 milligrams, which has been shown in studies to help with test boosting within males. What I'll say is that's not the highest dose we've ever seen, nor is it the lowest. So it's in that mid-range. Would I have liked to see it higher for the money? Of course I would. We move into Asian red Panax ginseng at 10:1 ratio. That's the root of ginseng. Again, been shown to help with general bodily function, general bodily health, and has been shown to have a little side note of testosterone boosting, as is exactly the same for this next ingredient, the fenugreek extract, which is important to say, standardized to 20% saponins, which ultimately, again, will help with test boosting. You know, with these test boosters, they're all ultimately trying to do the same thing. And we move into oyster powder, wrapping this label off at 100 milligrams. Now, oyster powder really does have benefits, more so in the fact that it has a high level of zinc, of which I can picture that 10 milligrams of zinc above being from the oyster powder itself. Again, another way of boosting your testosterone levels within the bloodstream. So there we go. I'll be honest, it's quite a basic ingredient label, but it's also what I would like to think as more of the proven ingredients, as much as proven ingredients can be in test boosters. So I'll leave that to your discretion at home, guys. Now let's get into the most important part of this review, and that is ultimately the effects. Did I feel anything from this product using it? We be into the effects of Testo, fueled by the guys at Raw Ambition. Now, if any of you guys have skipped to this effects section, you've gone past that intro where I talk about this. Again, I'm not sugarcoating things here. They're not going to be as effective as injecting an exogenous form of testosterone directly into your body. They're not going to compare with tren, SARMs, any of those hormones that can also come with a host of nasty side effects. I'm not saying they will, but they can. Now, a lot of people just type on our YouTube channel, especially when it concerns muscle builders, especially more even so, test boosters. They're a waste of money, they're a gimmick, they're not effective. To a degree, I do agree. That is important. I'm going to say that straight away. I don't think they ever have massive effect. They're minimal effect. But there are a lot of people out there who don't want to deal with the hassle of worrying where they're getting their test and trend from, injecting themselves, which is for some people not a nice experience. Where do you get your test from? Pulled up on drug tests, as well as obviously that host of nasty side effects that can cause huge ranges of problems, ultimately. And they want to stay natural. Natty, baby, please. And that's where this one comes in. It's not going to shut you down. It's not going to, at the end of it, you're not going to lose all your gains, if you've made any gains at all. That being said, you're not going to have any nasty side effects. And I think that's ultimately where we are. And if you have a big budget, you've got a good job, you're getting lots of money, then so what? So what if you're spending $60 a month on something like this? If you're scraping by, you're struggling a bit more, of course, look after the food and nutrition side first, then move into the protein powders, maybe the pre-workouts, and then ultimately these as a last resort really when it concerns supplements. Now, again, placebo effect with these things comes in two forms for me. One, placebo effect isn't that important, is it? Let's be honest. It means it's not the product doing anything. But that being said, this is important. If it's good enough for some people to put them in that mindset of, right, I'm on the test booster, I want to make these count. Let's nail my training. Let's nail my sleep. Let's nail my rest. Let's nail my food. Let's nail my hydration. Let's nail my other supplements. Then that for me is a win, because it does mean that they're going to be making those gains, be making that progress. Maybe not from this, but this was enough to kickstart that focus and that motivation. And that for me, to a very good level, is good enough. If it makes you feel better about things, isn't that ultimately what all supplements do anyway? Unless you're elite level, unless you are the absolute Ronnie Coleman elite of the elite, are supplements really going to do that much for you? Really, like in the absolute mega scheme of things, when it ultimately comes down to genetics. I'm sorry to put that sorry tone on it, which we've got a lot of heat lately on our test booster videos. Anyway, the effects of this, I'll be honest, again, I'm not sugarcoating it, I didn't really notice anything at all from this. Maybe slight strength improvements, maybe, but at the moment, I am trying to put back on the strength that I've lost just through lack of motivation, perhaps. So, is it this? Probably not. Test boosters, for me, you need to be using them at long periods of time. I've only got the one bottle of this. I've been using it like 3.5 weeks, just over 3.5. I might have like 2 days worth left in here. I think you'd need to use these sort of things for at least 3 months to maybe notice something. Are you going to notice something after 3 months of usage? The key word is maybe. It's a big maybe, and that, like I said, that comes with 99% of test boosters. So, I'm not here to sugarcoat it. If you've got the money for it, give it a try. Give these a try. Give the Alpha Prime ones a try. Potentially even others, guys. There is lots on the market these days. Everyone seems to be coming out with a test booster. The science is there. The science is behind it. How promising that science will be in another 50 years, that's what I would be excited to see. Yeah, that's the truth, guys. Test boosters are something that you need to be nailing absolutely every other element with. You can't just take this, sit back on the sofa, give a 50% training session and expect something. It's just all such a small part of the big picture. And I've said that before on the channel, I'm going to use that analogy now. You got your painting, your Van Gogh, your Picasso painting up on the, on the wall. And it's a beautiful picture and it's worth millions and millions of pounds. Thumbs up. As is your body. Your body is that painting, right? Now, the important part of that painting might be the buildings, the sky, the sea, the key element of that painting, the main thing. That's your genetics, that's your diet, that's the important part. But then in order to make it that multi-million-pound painting, we need to get into the finer details. The birds in the sky, the squirrels on the grass, the, you name it, the leaves on the lawn over in the distance. They're not key to that photo, they're not key to that painting, but ultimately every element of that painting makes it that great painting. And this might be a little element of your body, your painting, and boom, there is that powerful analogy. Every little thing you do at home, every small part plays a role in the destination you are heading to. And if that's not motivational enough, I don't know what is on this channel. Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. Drop your comments below. All of the goodies. And as always, stay test boosting.